Thank you, Professor. May I now request the families to join in? So those are now open to the family. So we'll be moving to the awards. Kindly be seated. We have the awards.
Can I request all the gentlemen to stay right where they are while the families join? We have got quite a thick schedule ahead, so we want to make sure there is no delay.
Just a minute. Can I request the volunteers to kindly get in, everybody, please? So as the family is settling down, we'll start with the awards function today. This is 5th IIT Madras Alumni Association Annual Awards.
The Alumni Association had announced 3 awards, as has been in the past. I request whoever is moving in to move in silently so that we can proceed with the function, please. The Alumni Association had announced 3 awards. One for faculty to outstanding contribution to the institute. The other to an alumnus for an outstanding contribution to the cause of the alumni networking. And the third one, which was recently announced last 2 years, on a Young Entrepreneur Award. Those are the 3 awards which we will go one by one.
So are we playing Find My Partner today? Looks like it.
Okay, have you all found out your partners? Okay, good. So let's get on with the award ceremony. Now, what is different from last year and the years before that has been, this year there was tremendous competition in all the 3 awards. Be it faculty, be it alumnus, be it entrepreneurs. There was tremendous competition, and we really had to spend a lot of time and talk to a lot of people to figure out, who should be the winners. Not because any other nomination were not so good, but at the end of the day, we had to nominate and select one person. So we did that with a lot of difficulty, but we are proud to announce those winners today. We'll start with the faculty, Lata.
Yeah, just a second.
You can start?
Yeah, I've changed the slide.
Faculty?
Yes.
Okay. So there is a nice citation that will come up later, but I just want to give a little my own introduction about this professor. I met him once in the airport lounge in the Madras airport, and we keep traveling up and down. But most of us, people like me, we just go for business meetings, very predictable, right? We say we are going to Bombay, we are going to Bangalore, we are going for some client meeting, or we are going for some board meeting. It's all very insipid things, the usual stuff that we all hear. And then this gentleman walks up to me, he spots me, of course, and then walks up to me and says, "Hi, Mohan, where are you going?" I said, "Sir, I'm going to Bombay." Then I asked him, "Sir, where are you going?" Then he said, in his typical humility, he says, "I'm going to Himachal Pradesh." I said, "Why, sir, Himachal Pradesh of all places?" He said, "No, I've been asked to study the behavior of the mountains out there with respect to earthquakes." And that was the time when we had the earthquake in that part of the country. And then he was apparently deputed to go there to understand the behavioral patterns of the terrain, to look at ways and mechanisms and designs to be able to probably predict earthquakes scientifically in the future. I told myself, I said, "Look, where am I and where is he? We are going for some stupid meetings, and here is one person who is doing phenomenal work, but with absolute humility and no show of, arrogance or anything like that." Do you know who he is at this time? Any guesses? Sorry? Repeat the question. Do you know who the winner is? Who this professor I am referring to? Huh? Okay, so you have announced the winner. Satya, please come up. And while I request the dignitaries on the dais, yeah, Professor Bhaskar to hand over the award along with Ravi and Dalton. And the citation should come up. As you all know, he is in a lot of things. He is now the acting director of IIT Tirupati. Satya was talking about how effectively he is trying to recruit faculty into IIT Tirupati. So any of you here who want to join IIT Tirupati as a faculty, please talk to Satya. so thank you, Satya. Congratulations.
Thank you.
But before we let you go, would you like to address?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Mohan. Professor Bhaskar, Ravi, Dalton, fellow alumni, family members, ladies and gentlemen. It's really a privilege and honor to receive this award from fellow alumni. I think many of you who have interacted with me know that I've been active in the alumni network of quite some time. Starting from the time the Alumni Association became active, the first batch that graduated in '64, so the Alumni Association is about 52 years old. But active, it started getting active only in the early '90s with our Mahapita Raj and these guys coming in and getting the activities going. I think around '89, '90 is when, it started becoming very active. And I joined IIT Madras as a faculty member in 1991, graduated in '84, BTech Civil Engineering. And then when I did my master's and PhD and came back and straight joined in '91. And I got drafted into the alumni activities around '93, I think. Initially as the editor of the Alma Mater, the newsletter of the Alumni Association for 3-4 years. Then I was the executive committee member for a number of years. Then the director appointed me as the treasurer of Alumni Association. Those days the president and the treasurer was appointed by the director. Till around 2006 or so when things changed. And at that time itself, when I was the treasurer, I was starting to tell the director probably we should, at least the treasurer's post, put it up for election and maybe the president could be nominated by the director. And then following that up with, from 2004 to 9 when I was advisor alumni affairs. That's when I started more and more interacting with the alumni. And that was a period when the institute also decided that we need to really engage with alumni very strongly, and we laid a strong foundation. And that office has just taken off with NAG, just taking it to a different level in terms of engagement with alumni, in terms of activities and so on. So I've been on both sides, on the Alumni Association side and also on the institute side, interfacing with the alumni. And also I've been quite fortunate to actively get engaged with the Pan-IIT movement during that period. And when we organized the only Pan-IIT conference in an IIT in 2008, December. And it was a great learning experience for me, working with the corporate leaders in the team. We had a big team working. I see a lot of them here. So spread our interactions with other alumni. One of the things that pains me, at least in the last couple of years, is the way the Pan-IIT movement has sort of floundered a little bit, but hopefully it'll get back on feet. And also the Alumni Association, as treasurer, I presented the account 3-4 times. And of course, we used to have some 10 lakhs or 15 lakhs in deposits. Now I see that there's 1 crore. So I feel, the money is there not to be hoarded, and it's there to, put to more effective use for the alumni interactions. And I mentioned this in a couple of years back or 3 years back in one of the AGMs, that probably we should be putting in more money into making the chapters more active. The outreach to chapters, getting them involved, getting them, giving some seed money to get activities going and so on. So since you're sitting on a pretty good corpus, I think we should start, scaling up those activities and hand-holding them. And of course, the Chennai chapter is doing a reasonably good job, but the other chapters also, both in India and abroad, need to be encouraged. And I think we have the financial resources now to make that happen. Now, IIT also has been going through a major transformation. It's a real proud situation that under the leadership of Professor Bhaskar that we are now ranked number 1 by the MHRD's ranking scheme. Also, IIT has changed from when I joined 91, 92, we were always publicity shy. We underplayed our contributions. We never showcased what we are doing. But I think that has changed quite a bit, not for the sake of doing, but actually we've been doing really good work and really good contributions we've been making on all the fronts. And IIT Madras has also, played a major role in the new institutions that are being established. So in 2008, when the first major expansion of IITs took place, IIT Madras had mentored IIT Hyderabad, and among the 8 IITs that were mentored there, today if you see the rankings and in terms of their output, IIT Hyderabad is probably doing the best. So, and now we have come forward to mentor 2 more IITs in Tirupati and Palagat in Andhra Pradesh and Kerala. And actually last year, 5 IITs were announced, and we were supposed to Professor Bhaskar came forward to mentor 2 of them, and IIT Bombay was supposed to mentor Goa, and IIT Hyderabad, the one IIT that we mentored, is now mentoring IIT Chhattisgarh, and IIT Delhi is supposed to mentor IIT Jammu. And all of them, we went ahead and said, we're starting. Only the 2 IITs that IIT Madras is mentoring. I'm just giving, because many of you I know that I'm involved with IIT Tirupati and would like to know what's happening. So IIT Madras just took off, though we didn't have all the papers in shape and all that, we just went ahead and did it. And we're going to admit the second batch, and I think both institutes are coming up reasonably well. And this is where the Alumni Connect comes in, having this interaction with alumni over a period of time. The first thing, when Professor Bhaskar asked me to go to Tirupati and get it started, I started looking around, what is there in Tirupati, who are the people, and I found out that St. Gobain had a factory just very close to where we are setting it up. So I called Santanam and said, put me in touch with the people, help me find the local service providers and so on. And so on. So immediately, this network helps you in get things going. And similarly, the big entity there is the Tirumala Tirupati Devastharam, TTD. So the executive officer who actually heads TTD found out that both his kids are IIT alumni. So that opened up another few more doors in making things happen. So this network really helps, and I've been leveraging it to the extent possible. Dinakar, whom I've been interacting quite extensively since my OAA days. So he came forward and said, I'm from that area, I want to do something for IIT. So anyway, so what I'm saying is, there's a good network that we have been built, and we need to leverage it and take it forward. And I'm very thankful to the alumni for this honor and recognition. As you know, I've been, since I've been born, I've been associated with IIT. Having been brought up in the campus, having this thing, and the fact that I have gained so much from this institute, and I'm glad that I've been able to contribute my small part in making the institute, to some extent, a better place. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Satya. So, you know how hard he is selling IIT Tirupati. So, so anyway, quickly to move on.
I must add here that reason I agreed to mentor two IITs and MHRD was taken aback. First of all, I knew that it would anyway come to me because there's no other IIT nearby, so it's better to tell in advance and take the brownie points. But actually, I sort of had already figured out that I can ask Satya to do Tirupati and Sunil Kumar to do Palakkad, and they are both doing such a wonderful job. I have not had to do anything at all. In fact, I have visited only twice, and I can be assured whatever they do is absolutely 100%, 200% correct. I just sign all the papers, don't tell anybody without even looking, and it's running beautifully. Thank you.
Thanks, thanks, Professor Bhaskar. So we'll move on to the next award, which is for the alumnus with maximum contribution and impact to the alumni community. Again, the citation will come, but here again I have a story, a real story. So I met this person, the person called me and a few of us, friends, many of us sitting here in the audience for a meeting to discuss what we can do with the students of engineering colleges of Anna University and other universities around Tamil Nadu. So we gave our perspectives, and the idea was to try and see whether some kind of a finishing school model could be created with the students, because there is this perceived gap with respect to the capabilities they bring to the table and what the industries really need, and there has been a lot of talk about it in the last few years. So what can IIT ecosystem do to help bridge the gap to whatever extent possible?